right, let's talk about federal judges. This week, the Republican-controlled Senate is racing to approve more than 40 Republican judges, mostly white men, and some rated unqualified by the American Bar Association. Now, guys, when I say racing to do this, literally no real hearings whatsoever. Joining us is Fred McBride, Interim Director of Public Policy for Lawyers Committee for Civil Rights Under Law. And basically, Fred, Mitch McConnell said we're going to have a conveyor belt. Elections do have consequences. But the difference here is that they literally are trying to put people on the bench who are grossly unqualified. I mean, they passed a dude last year who had never in his life filed a legal brief. Had never, ever been in a courtroom.
No clue.
Last year, they put on the bench one woman who's only 11 years out of law school. She's like 35, and she had no idea about the law. One guy at a hearing, hit him with a question. He said, well, we didn't really cover that in law school. These are lifetime appointments to the federal bench.
Correct. And it's been they've been moving expeditiously to push these through. Interestingly enough, though, these current 44 this week, these current ones, they don't want the embarrassment that came last year with some of those. So some of these have served and sat on a bench, but their views have been deemed extreme, outdated, just in the interest of fairness. I mean, you have a potential nominee who cannot answer a question about whether or not Brown versus Board of Education was
now that's what's stunning to me. And this is the second one they've asked that, and they would not give an opinion, on whether or not Brown versus Board of Education was rightfully adjudicated.
Right. And I'd like to emphasize this, Roland, because we pay so much attention to Supreme Court, like the Brett Kavanaugh last year, and it's like the Supreme Court. But what people don't realize, yes, the Supreme Court is the court of last resort, but the Supreme Court hears about 80 cases a year. So what about the cases that they decide not to hear?
Right.
They are decided at these district and circuit courts. We have to be concerned about that and fairness there as well, and not just wave a flag and talk and become active when we hear about the next Supreme Court nominee. And we got to care about these districts and circuit courts.
And the people who are on this committee, the Senate Judiciary Committee, of course, it is the new chair is Lindsey Graham. You have Ben Sass. You've got Kennedy from Louisiana. You've got Mike Lee from Utah. You got all these folks who talk about fairness and equality, all those things, and they literally are run them through. And they're being confirmed through our committee, 12-10 votes, 12-10 votes. I mean, they aren't even having the guts. Even when sorry-ass Jeff Flake was there, okay, he was every time he gave a speech, I'm like, dog, you on that committee said nothing. They literally are confirmed. And they always talk about, oh, so-and-so, the gold standard for the American Bar Association. Many of these judges have been deemed unqualified by the ABA.
And be concerned, too, that the long-standing tradition of senators being able to oppose certain judges from their states is just basically being ignored now.
Which is the blue slip.
Right.
And so what Mitch McConnell has done, the rule in the Senate, folks, has been that that normally what happens is the senators from that state say, we'll sign off. So, for instance, when Obama was president, the two senators from North Carolina, Barr and Tillis, rejected two black women who he had appointed to the federal bench, refused to even give them a hearing. Not even a hearing. McConnell is so dastardly in Wisconsin as a Republican senator, a Democratic senator. Both of them submitted blue slips. He said, I'm going to ignore you. He even ignored the Republican blue slip. Their deal is, no, the Fairless Society wants these people. We're going to put them all on the bench. You wanted to say something,
I was going to say, one of the things we talk about, I attended a weekly meeting, conservatives, and you're right, they have appointed more judges than any other administration. Now, the part about the expeditiously, that's just moving forward now, because they have been delayed. because every week they come in and report what's going on in the House, what's going on in the Senate, and these judges have been delayed. So now this new thing, I think they're moving expeditiously because it has been blocked for so many.
Yeah, but first of all, delayed for how long?
I'd say for the last few months they've been coming and talking about how they've been delayed. So now they're definitely trying to push these things through.
No. Let me correct.
They've been getting them through.
Let me correct. They've been getting through.
They've been getting them through.
Big bunch that you're talking about right now.
Because what's been going on is that there's been negotiation with Democrats because what Schumer has been saying is we need proper hearings.
Right.
What they have done is to put on, and correct me if I'm wrong, Fred, they said, okay, we're going to put on 7 and 10 at one time.
That's right.
Exactly.
And so as opposed to, I get to ask each person a question, no, I got to pick, okay, I got 10 people on up at one time. And then what they did was, to the point you're talking about, several of them were so embarrassing, they were like, okay, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go ahead and just submit their names and no hearings at all.
Right.
These 44, did they all have actual hearings?
Not all. Not all. A lot of it is sort of like a slate process.
Right.
Let's get it through. And
Just run them through.
Add to your point, remember we have a sitting president that says, I've appointed more.
That's right.
And he is actually reshaping the federal judiciary.
Because the Republicans blocked 100 judicial appointments in Obama's last year at 18 months because they were waiting to see if they would win the White House.
And I was going to say, what concerns me the most about it, and I am a conservative, is that these guys, as you said, they are elected for life.
Yes.
They're going to be on that bench forever. And so it concerns me having a young black son because they're going to rule by the law of the land.
And Malik, most of them don't even look like y'all.
Listen, we talk about this all the time.
These are largely
we do this locally, right?
72%.
Hold on a second.
Over 72% of all of his nominees are white male.
Absolutely.
Only 10% are minority. So you're looking at 90% white judges.
But
let's talk about fairness.
Wow.
But this is
and the one black person.
One black.
They were looking at was 67 years old, and they said too old because they only want judges who are between 35 and 50. Malik, then Barbara.
This is why elections matter and education and politics matters. We can no longer just vote with our gut, vote down ballot and play these little games because we're now seeing the consequences of such.
And let's ensure that our vote is counted. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Barbara, go ahead. Barbara, go ahead.
This is about Dems stop being stupid. You know, I sat with Clinton's people. I sat with Obama's people. I said your number one priority should be judges. Get it done, move it. Dems have not been smart when it's come to really moving aggressively on judges. And it is time for, and I think what I'm seeing is an awakening among the people where folks are finally beginning to realize my vote is tied to the judiciary, but the administrations that come in have to prioritize judges. Because all the vacancies that exist, I blame on the Obama administration in part. Because they could have done a better job.
Well, no. Wait, Barbara, wait.
Year 1 and 2.
Barbara, wait.
Year 1 and 2.
No, hold on. Barbara, wait. When you say do a better job, now let's just be clear. What Obama did is what Democrats do. They talk about, you're going to be fair.
Right.
Patrick Leahy was the chair of the committee. He said, we'll continue the tradition of the blue slip. That's what he said. He said, so we'll have the process. I keep trying to tell y'all.
They did worse than that.
Republicans don't give a damn about fairness. Their whole deal is,
but that's
pat that sucker.
But here's the thing. Democrats have to stop playing flag football in the Super Bowl.
Yes.
Hey.
No,
That's literally what it is.
Hey, look, my philosophy is when
I like that. I've never heard that, but I like that.
My philosophy is when you get power, you use power.
Use it.
And I'm telling you right now, if I'm Chuck Schumer and I get control of the Senate,
it's on.
Let me tell y'all something. That sucker gonna look like the speed train in China. And every time Mitch McConnell say something, I'll be like, show his ass the hand. Because you sat here and changed the rules. I'm telling you right now, you think they ran through 40? I'll be like 80. I'm telling you right now, I would. I wouldn't apologize for Jack. But Democrats got to decide whether they want to play hard or they're going to be soft.
Right.
Fred, final comment, then we got to go.
Yes,
Okay, my final comment, I'm glad you mentioned voting.
Yes.
Because civil rights groups, we are concerned about fair, equal access to the voting, to the booth,
Yes.
and political participation.
Yes.
This current administration, 30 circuit court judges,
Yep.
53 district court judges, all of that, and some of those judges, some of those nominees supported the voter purge in Ohio.
Yep.
Right.
Supported voter ID laws in Texas and other places, and now they're going to be sitting in a higher court.
That's right.
And I believe still supporting those positions.
Of course.
Without question.
All right, Fred McBride, we appreciate it, brother. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
All right, folks, let's talk about our partner, D Herbs, okay? They, of course, have this full body clean. So a lot of us looking to lose weight, takes some of the toxicity out of our body. It's one of the ways to do that is a full body cleanse. And so what they have are 27 different cleanses that you can actually pick from on their website. Now, again, I did this a little bit earlier, lost about 18 pounds. And again, but it's not just a matter of just losing the weight, but it's also changing how you look at eating, what you eat, more raw vegetables, more fruits, things along those lines, adding in your diet. Now, if you want to do one of the cleanses, do me a favor. All you got to do is go to therbs.com, and actually use the promo code Roland. You can also call their number, 1-866-4DHERBS, 1-866-4DHERBS.
Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video. Hey fam, I want you to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications.